Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I hope everyone is having a lovely Saturday. Yes, I'm back. Oh, sorry, that's Keith's phone. Good morning, everyone. Just going to wait a little bit, let people get on board. I hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday. I know it's been a long time coming. I've kind of been in and out lately. Just working on my health. Hopefully, everybody's getting healthy out there as well. I don't know if any of you know, but I am currently on vacation right now for a week. My vacation's almost over. I go back to work Wednesday. But anyways, long story short, sometimes we need to, good morning, ladies. Sometimes we need to step back and we need to unplug. I've noticed my grandmother, who is my spirit guide, tells me, which Facebook is not good for you. I've become extremely sensitive to certain things. I don't know if any of you are aware, but I sign a lot of petitions for animals, different things. I don't go physically out and do a lot of work, but I'm one of those that I like to do a lot of healing with animals. That's something I've always done, but I really haven't done. So I've been really staying away from the internet a lot. Just really being within myself, going back to myself, regrouping, I guess you could say. I know a lot of people are doing that. There's some people out and about that I know have gone kind of closed in a little bit because of the need to. It's just what Spirit's calling for us to do. Our higher selves are trying to find a better way to deal with certain situations and just different ways of doing things within ourselves. So we can be better for those around us. I do this for my own reasons, for myself to be a better healer, to be a better spiritual helper, I guess. Whatever. I don't like to define myself. For those of you that know me, I don't like to define my way in what I'm doing, or because I do so many different things and I'm still learning about what I'm doing. But overall, sometimes we just have to go back within to reheal, to revamp, to do whatever we're doing, to become closer to ourselves, to find ourselves at a much deeper level. The lessons to allow the activations to come in, to receive those messages that we've put on the back burner, those kind of things. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Diana. Yeah, you know what, Diana? My hair has grown so long. I've been putting castor oil in it, and it's really taken off. This is COVID. This used to be up here. This is pre-COVID. My hair. I mean, this is post-COVID, I guess. Anyways, yeah. Long story short, this is my COVID hair. This is like it was blonde all the way up here, and now it's grown out and it's black and gray. Whatever. So, anyways, thank you. Hi, Kate, Diana, Bear, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So, anyways, we had a very lovely show this week. I know Debbie's been working super, super hard. Bless her heart. I just absolutely love her. We have Zoe that's joined the crew. We have so many people that have come on. And we have a really, it's like Psychic Fixes is coming full circle. It's beautiful energy. It's good stuff. And I love to see things, new things being brought to the table. It ignites us. We find a place within ourselves. Okay, so Diana Cruz, for you guys that don't know, I've known Diana since elementary school, right? She's always been a lovely dancer. She's always been a dancer. That's her jig. That's her love. She just dances. Her daughter is a phenomenal dancer, been dancing for many moons. I don't know if she's still doing that, but it's just one of those things where we have to set ourselves free in one way or another. And Diana Bear does it through dancing. Just turn on the music and dance. It's a form of freedom. It's a form of coming back to yourself, It's a form of ignition to ignite the passion within yourself, to find the inner child of who we are, who we still are, but who we've forgotten who we are. We reach into different depths of our souls to find out why things continue to go awry, or why things are good in our lives, or whatever the situation may be. But do we truly understand them when they come to us again? Have we learned the lessons? Have we? I talk about this all the time. Have we? Do we ever learn the lessons that are placed in front of us? And how do we approach them the next time they come around? We do show after show after show, Debbie and I, and we always see, good morning, Keith. We always see the same people asking the same questions. When will I find Mr. Right? When will I find Mrs. Right? When will I find the right person in my life? When will I find we have to be the right people. We watched this thing on YouTube the other day, because Keith and I, we don't watch regular TV. We haven't watched it in years, but we watched this thing on YouTube, and the most amazing thing, as simple as the words were, like, I can't remember what it was, but it was something to the effect that I am exactly what comes into my life. Like, I am the exact, what the hell did he say? I can't remember. It was but in other words, it's the law of attraction, whatever, however you want to call that. Your vibration brings in whatever you're putting out. It's that. But it's just like, but the way it was put, the words, I was like, holy crap! That like, boom. It ends a sentence. End it. It shuts everything else down. There's no other ways of having to get around. But no. Everything that I am is everything that I attract. Everything within me is everything that I attract. Something like that. So now what does that mean to you? When I'm feeling sad, hi Kimmy. When I'm feeling sad and I wallow and I stay there and I lay there and I just like, whoa, I attract more of that, right? Everything seems to fall around me. Like the dominoes, you tap the one domino, boom, everything else hits the floor. Understanding how we limit ourselves in our potential and everyday things that we do. It's something where we understand the energies that come to us and being able to accept them. Rule number, this totally me. All my life I've been a giver. You can ask Diana, ask her, anybody. I've always been a giver. No, let me help you. No, I got you. But you know what? I could never accept. When people tried to help me in return, no, hey, I want you to have it. I want you and your family to have it. I'll take care of myself. I was stopping my functioning, my own energy, right? I was always stopping my own energy from, it's that energy, that give and that take. We have to allow good things to come into our life. Yes, I'm grateful for for that gift or whatever that may be. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Like if I give you this, or I mean, it's not even it's just that exchange of energy, or that exchange of a solid item, or whatever it may be. When we give something to somebody and they want to do us back a solid, embrace it. This has been my hardest struggle my entire life. It's like, no. Let me I give money, food, the clothes off my whatever. But I never expected anything in return. Maybe there were times, yes, because I'd be like, wow, this person was take. Okay, now, and then when you need a favor, they're gone. Oh, I'm too busy, or that kind of thing. Yeah, you become resentful. You kind of like, whatever. Then you give up. I've been there. So with that being said, I didn't really have like a topic today, but With that being said, how are we allowing ourselves to receive? How are we allowing ourselves? How are we coming back to ourselves? How are we finding the power within? Keith and I have been on vacation since what, last Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, Keith and I have been on vacation since last Wednesday. We've been sitting here twiddling our thumbs trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Right? Just kind of hanging out. We had a trip planned, but those plans fell through. It is what it is, right? So, what do? Go back into nature. We find this time. I'm all thinking, well, shit, maybe I'll just go back to work and make money. But no, right? We need the downtime. We need to find the time to come back to ourselves. And it's not necessarily that we're wanting somebody to give something to us. It's what we give to ourselves. What we can give back to ourselves. In unconditional love, those things that we need to replenish our, we're totally completely like redoing our living space, revamping, just kind of whatever, that kind of thing. But it's those things that we don't do on an everyday basis, like, getting rid of a bunch of crap we don't need. Freaking, we're one crate away from an episode of Hoarders. Kidding. But are we really? But anyways, so yeah. Oh, Kate says hi, Keith. Keith says hi. Keith is like, he's all, I'll call you later, Kate. He's such a ding dong. So anyways, yeah, so Keith wants to go to Hollywood, or he wants to go to LA. He wants to go to Hollywood. He's never been. So I don't know what's going on in Hollywood or whatever in that area, like walk around on the stars, that kind of thing. I don't know, whatever. That's his jam. So we're going to go check it out, I guess. I don't know when, but but I don't know. What would you guys do on your vacation if you had time away? You just don't know what to do. I don't know. Go hug a tree. Be a tree hugger. Keith laughs at me because I love trees. It's just always been my dig. The time that we went to the cemetery and my grandmother left this leaf for me. I still have it. Pretty funny. So anyways, so I don't know, what have you guys been doing? What's been going on in your lives? Some of you have had some spiritual shifting. Some of you have had some sadness. I can sense some of you guys have had some knowledge. Some of you have had some noises in your house still, Kate. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, Kate? That's exactly what we were talking. Kate was saying the beach. We love to go to Encinitas. Encinitas is on the coast where, well, obviously, duh, but it's a very beautiful area. It's where Keith and I first started going to school. It's a spiritual school, and it was very lovely over there. But because of COVID and nobody's working and everybody just got their stimmy checks, so it's probably crazy as hell over there. But maybe later we'll take a drive out there and stuff. Beautiful stuff. We love to go out there and just be, Other than that, what else? I mean, we can only do so much shopping, you know. You know what? Let me tell you. I don't know if you guys hear me talk about Julian, how we go to Julian up on the mountain and it snows and stuff like that, and beautiful stuff, country style living, that kind of thing, real beautiful. Maybe we'll do Julian, or we go up there and get Julian pies and stuff. Hello, Destiny, how you doing? Yeah, so I don't know. We're just trying to look for something to fill our time with something today without, doing something crazy. He was even talking about going to Vegas. Get in the car and drive to Vegas. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's just do it. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know. Tell me what you guys want to do. I don't care. It's your day. Saturday's your day. I just show up. Let's do some readings. Let's just do some ratings. I hope you guys caught Zoe's show on Wednesday. I wasn't here. I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it's really good. I got so much catching up to do. Anyways, let's just do some ratings. Does anybody got a question? Question? Anyone? Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? I know I'm like totally like out of sorts today. I'm just here. You know what? We're probably like 4 hours from Vegas, 5, depending on who's driving. No, seriously, we're like 4 or 5 hours away. We're not even that far from Vegas. We're in San Diego, California. So we're not even that far from Vegas. You know what? Destiny, let me tell you something. You're one of them. You like to just get in the car and just take off and roll, right? You just like to get in the car and take off and just go. Put the freaking top down. Let the wind hit your hair. I'm one of those. As long as the road continues to flow, as long as the road is there, even sometimes a really good dirt road is a good dirt road. As long as it's not like wrong turn kind of movie. Whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're not that far. We're not that far from Vegas. Vegas is, but you know what? With everything going on, I don't know how Vegas really is right now. My cousins just went up there. Unfortunately, my auntie Penny passed away, and my cousins, her daughters, of course, went up there. The twins went up there to bring their mother home. So we will be doing something for her within the next month or so, I believe. Because of COVID, everything is still pushed out. But yes, Auntie 1 cent. She used to say, just call me Auntie 1 cent. She's funny. She's here. She's funny. She sits there with my grandmother now. Yes, where I live, there is a lot of dirt roads. Yes, Destiny. Yes, Destiny. Sometimes we have that need to go off road and explore and just do those simple things that we normally wouldn't do. Yes, Diana. When we look into the energies of finding who we are, the depth within ourselves, sometimes when we reach outwards, we find the answers we've been looking for so long. A dirt road is a place that most people avoid, a path that is unpaved, untouched. When we find a dirt road, we enjoy some of the bumps. We enjoy driving a little bit through the mud, a little, you kind of slide a little bit, but we still feel safe in who we are. But we are able to reach out off the driven path, the paved roads where we always feel comfortable, because so many go that way. We will never go awry, right? We're just like on the freeway. We follow one another and we never go astray. But on the dirt road, there's so many ways of exploring who we are. We stop. We touch the green grass. We look around. We see things nobody else has probably seen, or notice things nobody else has noticed. We come back to ourselves. We find that inner wisdom because our thoughts become clearer. Our hearts become much more fuller, and the sky looks much more bluer. When we change our scenery, when we change what is around us on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, or Monday, however our work grind, however our life grind, our family grind, our work grind, however we continue, we see it over and over again. And we don't ever change our ways we always see the same, right? I hope I'm making sense. We see the same show day in and day out. It becomes redundant. It's over and over again. But when we take that dirt road, we see things, we smell things we cannot see or smell when we're in the city on the regular roads. Destiny has brought us great opening today, a portal, we must say, into the vision of seeing something completely different, to stepping out of our comfort zone, and to explore the dirt roads of our lives. When we look into uh, the fork in the road, do we feel fear? Do we feel adventurous? Do we feel like we want to take off our clothes and run naked? I don't know. What do we feel? What do you feel? Nobody's going to see us. Nobody's going to know we're here. And you set back into yourself. Take those opportunities. Take those dirt roads. Find out. Find out anything that may come to you. Just sit there in silence. Ask Nana to come to you. Say, Nana, you know what? What do I need to know right now? Tell me. Show me something. Listen to your favorite music, like Diana, always the music. Listen to your favorite song. Put on your favorite music. Even the song that makes you cry. The song that makes you happy. The songs that make you want to dance. All of those beautiful, beautiful things. Feel all of your emotions. Heal those wounds little by little. Understanding that sometimes the dirt road is the best thing for us. When we see different people in our day-to-day life, let me just tell you this. Let me ask you, have you ever seen these same people and you really notice them? Not just look, not just be like, oh, okay, you know what, yeah, girl, I see you, whatever. Have you ever really just sat there and watched somebody and how they work? There's this guy I work with, very brilliant, very sweet, very kind, he's wonderful. But he's always high strung. He's always high strung. He's always like, it's got to be this way. It's got to be. Never have I seen him in a relaxed mode. And every time he comes over, he sits down and he's like, and that's his form of relaxation. That's his form of letting it go. But then the minute he gets back up, he's still freaking wound up again. And he just keeps going, going. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's not my way. That's not for me. Because I've been there before. And because I see how brilliant he is, and in that hamster and that wheel is just always going, I say to myself, this is his life day in and day out. I hope that he's able to find moments when he's at home or wherever he's able to find those moments to just come back into himself and to have that shut down moment where there's nothing there but inner peace. And this is what I know a lot of people here. We take every moment as we have to be doing something. We have to be movers, shakers. I had that same mentality. Keith tells me I work too hard, I work 2 jobs, but I love what I do. It's not that it's work. Yeah, I piss and moan here and there. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I bitch and I'm like, oh my God, whatever. But I love what I do. I love what I do. And the money just flows in. It doesn't even seem like I'm working. Yeah, I have my off days. I have my good days, whatever. I'm sure you all do. But when you find your passion and you can't wait to get up the next day to start over again, that's something where it hits you in a different way. The money lasts longer. It builds quicker. And when you're able to be in that mindset of not having to be in the struggle all the time, everything around you just begins to settle in differently. it's much calmer, your waters. The energy around you shifts, and you're able to come back to yourself. You're okay to go down the dirt roads. You're good when people treat you like shit or whatever. You're just like, okay. Like they say, what is it? The water just runs off the duck's back. You become the duck, man. You become the duck. You're not easily offended by certain things that come your way that used to be like, oh, whip, you know what I mean? You're not offended by those things. You allow those things to just kind of be, whatever. And not think about it a week later and be like, oh, remember that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But when the more work you put, it's not even work. The more you just kind of shift. When that shift happens, all that stuff just falls away. Trust me. Trust me. It does. So anyways, yeah, you're a duck. You are a duck, Destiny. I could tell you're a duck. You're one of those like in the flow. I could see us both together just cruising in the water. And you know how they say the duck is just like all comfortable on the top, but at the very bottom they're like this. We're not them ducks, man. We're just kind of like Daffy Duck, how he just kind of cruises. I was gonna kick out of Daffy Duck. I don't know, but anyways, long story short, yeah. So don't be afraid to take them dirt roads, man. Sometimes you have to. That's what you need is them dirt roads. Get out of your comfort zone. Find yourself a place. Go do different things. This is the best advice I can ever give to anybody. Step out of your comfort zone and do something you would never do. I'm not saying friggin' go rob a bank. I'm not saying go and do something stupid. Go eat in a restaurant you would never find yourself eating in before. Go watch a movie you would never think that you would, ever watch a movie, that kind of movie. Within reason, right? I mean, if you're going to go sit there and watch a movie all in Spanish and you don't speak a word of Spanish, I mean, come on. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, right? Good morning, Julie. But again, do something you would never do. You know what? I don't know why. My grandmother always tells me, Barnes and Nobles. Go buy a book you would never read. Go buy it. Keith and I, we went to this secondhand store just opened in Escondido. No, what is it? The Goodwill? Dad? Goodwill. Went to the Goodwill. There's this book. Daddy, is a book. Can you hand me that book, Dad? Please. So I go, I don't know. This is just me. You go somewhere and, sorry, I had to have it. I don't know why. I saw this old cover and I love the smell of old books. I looked at it and I picked it up right away. It called me. It said, hey, read me. I went, it's like, read me. So I put it back on the shelf. No, I don't want it. I couldn't put it back in the spot. I couldn't put it back where it went. 2 hands. I just couldn't put it back in the spot. Keith is like, could you buy the damn book already? He's like, just get it. Just get it. It obviously wants you. Just get it. I got the book. I'm going to read the book. For whatever reason, there is a message. Messages. Maybe there's an activation. Whatever. But whenever you come into something that it's meant to be, one of those things, the adventure, it calls to you. We live in a time where everybody is so serious. We live in a time where people live in fear, or they live in a closed off mentality to the good things in life. We forget the beauty that's all around us, the trees, the birds, the animals, the gift of love, the beautiful face of a child, our own children. how wonderful they do, our grandchildren. They bring us into a place of peace that no other, there's no comparison when it comes to our own blood, our children, our offspring, our grandchildren, right? And when we look at those kind of energies, it's pure. It's as pure as can be. The love of a child is as pure as can be. And if we stay in that mindset when we look at love, everything around us, not just another person, not because, I have to be in love with somebody. No, the purity of being in love with yourself, unconditional love for the beauty that's all around us, for everything that we carry within us. And when we're able to share that with people around us, whether it's through our words, our actions, a smile, just when we acknowledge somebody with our eyes. Good morning. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Avantika. Just lovely energies. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I was just talking about this book. So today I'll get into this. Well, we got plenty of things to do today, but I will get into this book. Bless you, Dad. And then let's see what else. Great to see you too, Marianne. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's doing fabulous. Just kind of doing my thing here. Sorry, my ear is like, they're talking. So anyways, let's do some messages. I'm already like in my spiel here. So what are we discussing reading today? Abantika, we're just discussing just whatever comes up. We're talking about dirt roads. We're talking about the roads that sometimes can heal us. Those kind of things. Those lovely energies. Stepping outside our comfort zones. Let me just say this. So we all have this way of living our lives, right? If today was your last day on earth, what would you do? What would you do? Would you spend it with family? Would you buy that expensive meal? Eat food you normally wouldn't eat because you don't want to gain weight? Take that long drive? What would you do if you knew today was your last day? A lot of people would probably do stuff that they'd be like, oh no, I can't spend that money. I got to save that money. Right? A lot of people would probably be really scared to step out of their comfort zone still, if they knew. Until we can realize how wonderful and how truly gifted we all are. We choose not to step out of our comfort zone at times. We stay in I don't want to say fearful based, but we stay like in this stance where we are and we're just like, do I go left? Do I go right? Where do I go? We'd probably make some of us, but then there's others of us. We'd probably be like, shit, I'm making this decision right here. I'm gonna go get that caviar or whatever. I'm gonna go buy them boots, even if I wear them down for the last day of my life or whatever. I'm gonna buy that dress. I'm gonna eat that chocolate donut. I'm gonna go write that bad check. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna rent that Ferrari or whatever. Whatever. People, trust me, people will step out of their comfort zone if they were given those kind of, if you knew you just had one day today? Or would you just wake up and just be like, okay, we're going to just do this. We're going to play it out. We're just going to let it roll. Right. That's pretty much how I kind of, not every day, but I wake up, I'm like, well, let's see what the universe has got for Carla today. And I listen and I wait. But you know what I also do? Is I'm learning to say, okay, today I'm going to just stay in and I'm going to close. I'm not going to close down. I'm not going to shut down, but I'm going to come back to self. It's been really weird because these last couple of days I've had some really weird dreams. I don't know if anybody else is having weird dreams. I don't remember my dreams at all, but I remember there's some kind of closure, some kind of discussions happening, people crossing over, spirits are coming through. But it's more like I'm in a train station and people are just kind of like, hey, coming by. All right, thank you, bye. Like life is passing by. People are crossing over. And we're all able to and it's okay. It's like there's like a flow. It's not a crazy flow. It's just a flow. When I look at it, there's like the train man, and the train man is just kind of cruising. He's taking those that are waiting. Their family is waiting for them on the train. So maybe I have been doing some work while I'm sleeping, possibly, but I'm not pushing it. I'm not trying to control it. And I think a lot of us have to sit back and try not to control so much. My grandmother says, hi, Lori Lola, I apologize. My grandmother says that when we try and control the outcome of so many different things at so many different times, we dampen their power. We don't allow it to grow. It's like putting a pot in a plant in a pot. But at the very top, we have a glass ceiling, and we have this beautiful sunflower that just wants to take off and touch the sun. But we don't allow it to because we put the glass ceiling on it. In order for us to fully bloom and find ourselves, to live our lives, to be ourselves, to do as we wish, to come back to ourselves, we need to quit putting glass ceilings, restraints on ourselves. We have to understand that sometimes things, shit does happen, things happen. But we pick ourselves back up. We push forward. We rewater our stems, or we rewater our roots. We give our roots nourishment that we need. And we continue to grow. Yeah, there's times where we lose leaves. We go through the change. But we still continue to grow. In the winter, we may become brittle. Sometimes we understand that we can't be everything to everyone. So that's the time we go back within. We figure out what we need. We listen to ourselves, our minds, our bodies, our guides. My grandmother says the funniest thing that we can possibly do for ourselves is to listen to ourselves and respect our own decisions. She's like, oh, how funny it is, she says to me right now. Oh, how funny it is. If we really listen to ourselves, we'd be much better lovers, be in love and love ourselves. Let things go. Not always be so pushy, she says. She's so funny, her words. Pushy. Mandona. Pushy, bossy. But when we look into other people's eyes, we see the innocence. Have you ever looked at somebody and you can tell that they have that cry for, not help, but just sometimes a cry for acknowledgement? Do you see me? That's something I used to always say in my relationships, my failed relationships. Well, I don't want to say failed. In the teachers I shared part of my life with, I would tell them, we would discuss it, which was very rare. And I'd say, you know what, the one thing that I never got in some of the relationships was that they never saw me. The real, I mean, me. They take for granted what they want. They take the bits and pieces, but they never saw the real me, like the me. I felt unseen. Have you ever felt that way where you're just like you're in a relationship, but you're like, you don't see me at all, do you? Regardless of every day speaking your truth of who you are, some people will just never see you because they cannot see themselves. Denial is sometimes people there. Oh, no, that's not the way it was. Well, for me it was. And when you're not seen by somebody who's in the middle of your everyday life, that kind of thing. I don't know why I got on this spiel, but there's, for whatever reason, somebody needs to hear this. When you're in a relationship or you're hanging out with somebody, regardless of whether it's a lover or whether it's just a friend or anything, do you truly feel seen? And I think that has a lot to do with how we see ourselves. Do I truly see myself? Do I understand who I am? Where I'm going? I mean, those questions can go on and on and on and on and on and on. But when other people can't recognize your greatness, the loving heart that you have, that just that whole essence of who you are as woman, as mother, as a man, as regardless, the love we have for ourselves must always be top shelf, unconditional. The beauty we carry. We compliment so many people. Oh my God, I love that. I do all the time. I tell people, I praise people. I love that shirt you're wearing. I saw a lady, she had a beautiful blouse on the other day. And just by me acknowledging how beautiful it looked on her and how beautiful just the material was, very not fancy, but it looked so fancy. She's like, oh my God, this is an old shirt. But it made her feel so good. And it just made her radiate, just like beautiful. She said, I mean, it just like boom, she goes, that just totally made my day. She's like, thank you so much. I'm like, oh no, thank you. I mean, it's just a beautiful sight. We are world changers. We are people and women. One of those, uh, as we walk, some people walk louder than others. This is truth. When people walk, there's anger. How can you have total, like the detectives, right? When they go to a scene or whatever, and they're like, this guy's got a size 10 shoe, whatever, and it's like you can see the tread, and he walks heavy on this side and lighter on this side, whatever, right? Some of us step softly, and some of us with every step that we take, as I do myself, I thank Mother Earth for giving me that solid dirt, solid land, her solidness underneath my feet to keep me steady. But I also want to acknowledge so many other things around me, and I do. And then you get those heavy steppers that step because their anger, they carry it in their body, and they place it on top of Mother Earth. They walk in anger. They walk in sadness. They walk in grief. Allow Mother Earth to release those feelings. Allow her to help you to remove those inner things that you carry, those judgments of yourself, the judgments of the people around you. When we walk, we should walk with our head up high. My grandmother always used to say, you walk with your head up. You don't walk looking on the ground. You miss so much beauty around you, including the time when you walk by and you see your reflection in the window or in a mirror in the store. Recognize your beauty. Embrace your beauty. People around you may say things that just they don't sit well. Remember, there are people that are going to try and tell you things that are not appropriate, mean, hurtful things. People that are hurting inside say those things or do stupid things, actions, stupid, immature, whatever it may be. Because they can only meet you at the level of their own wanting to meet you there, their own words, their own maturity, their own level of comprehension, or however you want to say that or define that or whatever. Stand in your power. Allow the good things in life to come to you. Listen to your heart. My grandmother says there's so many lovely things out there. Travel. That was one thing my grandmother used to always say. She wanted to travel more, and yet she just didn't have the means to travel. I remember as a child, she would take us. We would go up to Orange County area, and we go celebrate, parties. My grandmother, she was real big on gatherings, right? She always busybody, always had somewhere to go. And we always go up to Orange County. We always go up to LA area, family gatherings, weddings, just whatever. And it's funny because my grandmother would always be like around town, that kind of thing. Like she was, because growing up in Escondido, born and raised, that's just, this is just who we are, right? Everybody knows who we are. So, but it's just stand in your power. Embrace the beauty within. And it goes the same for men, not beauty, but, embrace who you are. Loving the way that you feel your body, your energy. Put that lotion on them elbows, man. Look at that. See? Take care, pamper yourself. We only live once, man. Well, in this lifetime, if you believe in reincarnation, of course, like I do, yes, many times over. But always know that, stand in your power. No is a good yes for yourself, if that makes sense to you. When I say no, I'm just kind of like, that's a yes for me. Yeah, that's an empowering moment, because you know how hard it is for me to freaking say no to people? Well, no, nope. It's not in a mean way. It's just no is no now. We become healthy again, emotionally. We're able to find those empowering moments again. It's funny. My grandmother's just laughing. She's like, you know what? I can never say no, but now I'm pretty good with it. As she helps every single person here, right? She's funny. She's just laughing. So, anyways, your grandmother and your father. Hello, Sayub. They're just standing there together. They're watching you. They're watching your sister. They're happy. He says, you need to move your butt, boy. You need to get moving. You need to follow your dreams and move forward in your life. Your sister's doing great things. You're able to do great things. Don't be so lazy. He says you have a great following. You'll be able to do what you want to do, but you have to put your foot first. You have to move your feet. Sayub, you can do it. Your father loves you very much. Your grandmother, spoiled brat. She says you are going to do great things, but you have to listen to your father. She's funny. She's sweet. My grandmother likes your grandmother. I don't think there's a language barrier there, but she's just like, they like food. They both like food. They're like talking food now. Um, let's see here. Marianne, yeah, the kids that I haven't been working for like a few days, but the there's been almost a calmness. I know that there's going to be, I mean, the kids are still playing, that kind of thing. There's still a lot of activity, but it's been brought to my attention that they're going to do some major construction at the hospital where I work. And a part of the area where they're going to dismantle and rebuild is where the cemetery, where the morgue was. And there's a part of the area where the hospital is at. Um, they're going to. It's really old. It's really old. My daughter Whitney back in the day had surgery there when she was a child, and they're going to have that whole area demolished and rebuilt. I guess from what I understand, I don't know. The hospital got a big, huge grant, but anyways, yeah, that's going to be some scary shit. I mean, I'm not going to lie. They're going to have a major activity. They're having a lot of activity as it is right now in that specific area, but it's going to get really, really weird. Because when they start, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but when you start demolishing walls, taking down parts of, or what do they call it? Renovating, any kind of renovations. It really unwinds the spirits. They don't like it. It attracts others. I see there's some people that are there too, but I think they're like grandparents that kind of hang out with their grandchildren. Um, but I know it's going to get kind of hairy there. So I'm just kind of like I'm not really asking. I'm not saying anything. I don't know when this construction is going to start, but I know it's going to get like, you know, a lot of activity because whenever they do renovations, whenever they do building reconstructions, that kind of thing, it really wakes them up. So yeah, it's I haven't seen them. I don't allow them to come to my house with me, that kind of thing, because I just don't allow it. Sometimes when I first started working at this hospital, the spirits would get in the car with me. The kids, I would allow them to come with me in the car till I got to like Mira Mesa area, maybe like 10 miles or so, and then I said, okay, you guys have to go back to the hospital because they won't spook me. Like I'm like, okay, you can stay for a little bit, but now I don't allow them to come in the car with me because I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable. Plus they need to stay there. They need to stay there at the hospital. Yeah, I just have to set boundaries for myself, for them, um, Donato. Hello, Donato. How are you? What do you want to read on? Is there a specific, hello, a general reading? Okay, a general. Let's do a general. You have questions on love, of course. Everybody does. Everybody has questions on love. Finding the right person, finding the perfect person to be with. um, I have this feeling you were in a really, really, well, I don't have this feeling. My grandmother's telling me um, you're currently in a relationship or you left a relationship that was really not really cool. The best advice I can give to you is to shift your energy. Let's just say, let's start with some self love. The reason why we bring these relationships, the same shit show, over into our lives over and over again is because we carry the same energy, and that energy goes out and it attracts the same kind of person. Different, what do they call that? Different book cover, same story inside. What that means, somebody is going to one day help you to really experience the greater things in life. And this is what I was talking about, the dirt road, right? This is why my grandmother had me rattle on about that. Thanks a lot about that dirt road there. Oh my God, this is so fun. Destiny, I apologize. See, you just left the relationship. Okay, see, that's what I thought. My grandmother was just like, he was. Eh. So this is what I'm telling you, okay? Earlier in this discussion, when the video started, I didn't have a topic, but for whatever reason, Destiny helped me, and the message became clear. Sometimes we have to come back to ourselves. Well, I mean, we always need to find the time to be able to come back to ourselves and replenish who we are. When we find ourselves in a situation where we don't feel loved, we don't feel appreciated, we don't feel as if we are someone's we get in a perfect example. You get in a relationship and it was all about him, right? It was all about whatever. He was kind of a jerk, and then he was probably a cheater, and he was just very, to me, what is the word everybody's using? Narcissistic. That's like, whatever. That's like the trigger word for a lot of people these days. No, he was just an asshole. Let's just put it out there, okay? This is what I'm trying to tell, is that when you are able to find yourself again, to come back to yourself, to know your worth and how worthy you are of wonderful things in your life, you're able to bring those lovely energies, those people into your life that aren't going to take advantage of you, that aren't going to treat you like shit, that aren't going to, they're going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. But you first have to love yourself. The best and only advice I can give to you right now, top shelf stuff, in order for you to love somebody, in order for somebody to love you the way you want to be loved, you have to love yourself the way you love yourself, unconditionally. No more BS. Stick up for yourself. No, you're not going to take nothing less. Well, it was one time. No, bullshit. If they're going to run you over with their, nonsense and, it was just what, no. It's not about being snotty or snooty. It's not about being less, like, oh God, she's a bitch. No, it's about you standing in your truth, and you knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you deserve everything that you've ever wanted. Sometimes we get in relationships that people can only meet us where they are. How do you say that? We get with people that are only able to love so much from what, like they were taught from past relationships, or like they learned from their parents, like their parents' relationships. You get the manipulator, you get the guy that can't commit, you get you know what I mean? I mean, some parents, I'm not saying, like my parents, I mean, they divorced when I was 15. My whole life, everything was perfect. Perfect room, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Then 15 years old, I come home one day and all my mom's stuff is packed up in her car, and she's like, deuces. So we're like, okay, what's going on here? What happened? Very weird. So you're like, okay, so my whole life was a lie. My parents were just like this like whatever parents. I've never told anybody that story before. But this is how we look at things, that people are only able to love from what they were taught or what they grew up viewing. And those are wounds we have to heal. Those are wounds we have to let go of because they're not ours to carry. What happened between my parents is their business, not mine. That had nothing to do with me. That was their battle, right? So what happens? We find that to be acceptable in our own lives when it's not. We find that to be something of how can we relate? How can we be in a relationship when we can't even be okay with ourselves? Dad, can you plug that in, please? My battery's going to die. So how do we get past that? We heal. We work with those issues that come up. We heal from the inside out, and we become prosperous. We move forward. We acknowledge those things when they come to us, and we know what we want and what we don't want. And it's much easier to go on the slide and just be like, okay, I'm good. I acknowledge it. I see it. I've healed that wound. Now I can move forward. The hardest part is to sit here and realize, okay, you know what? But own your shit. Own your shit. Yeah, I messed up. I had my part. I accept every shitty thing I ever did in any previous relationships. I own it. I forgave myself for that, as I forgave them for what they did. And we release that baggage. We don't carry that baggage into future relationships or in our own relationship with ourselves. We heal those wounds by forgiveness, by unconditional love. We wish them well. Sometimes we're like, but then no, why? They're no longer your problem, right? My grandma was laughing. Oh, no. She's going to get started now. Oh my God. My old man, my grandmother, she never used to say my grandpa. My old man. It's funny. Holy shit. You know what? Do what you love, Donato. My grandmother says, do what you should. My grandmother says, like flowers. You're just like a flower person. Perfumes, flowers. Find something that you love. Do what you love. Find something that will occupy your time, but will bring you knowledge, self-acceptance. It will make your heart so big. It just replenishes itself over and over again. Thank Mother Earth for the sense that you feel. Love all those things. Love your hair. Love your eyes. Love every bit about yourself. Yeah, there's certain things. Shit, I'd love to lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds. Yeah, there's always going to be something. But I love myself regardless. Yes, I need to get healthy. Yes, I need to do something with my hair. But that's just the outside package. When we heal the inside, everything else around us becomes whole. Actually, we are whole. Some of us just need a little touch up. Let's see, I want us to go back to Lorelai's. Lorelai. But are you the one? That's the question. Are you the one? He's asking the same thing about you. He's saying, no, I don't know if she's the one. We do that to ourselves, right? What is your one? What is your definition of the one? Does he respect you? Does he bring 110% to the table? I know you guys are so brand new. I don't see him sticking around, but then again, you know what? You never know. I'm only here. I could be wrong. But is he going to stay for the right reasons? I don't see him sticking around. Have fun. He'll show up. Trust me. Trust me, he'll show up. I don't see this one staying. If he does, for a few months, whatever. Enjoy it. You only live once in this body, in this lifetime. Yeah. Career advice: do whatever you want to do, girl. Do something you love, and the work will come. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I forgot about that person. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, hey Tracy, how you doing? Yeah, you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing, Tracy. My grandmother, she's like, oh, here she is, Tracy. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, every time that I see you, Tracy, I always see you like you're kind of in limbo, like you're undecisive. Something where you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Don't hold on to it so tightly. Just relax. Let it go. Let it come to you. I'm not saying let go of the steering wheel and allow the vehicle to just drive itself. Don't do that. What I am saying is just don't try and control the outcome. Don't try and control anything that is not meant to be controlled. That was my biggest thing, Tracy, is having to try and control everything. Trying to, like, oh, I'm going to manifest this, but yet I want it to be, no. Step back. Allow the universe to grace you. Listen to the messages. Listen to you're getting the, what do you call it? The signs, the numbers. I see you walking a lot in your sleep, talking. I see you doing many things while you're sleeping, but you're not ready for the lessons yet. I see you have clouds over your head, many thoughts. Tonight, when you go to sleep, ask your spirit guide to help you, or archangels, to help you to interpret the messages, because I think you're kind of backed up a little bit. Ask them to help you to interpret those messages little by little. They'll trickle in. Something about a car. Are you looking to buy a car or something, like car issues? I don't know. My grandmother says something about she needs a car. Very interesting. But anyways, just be careful. Don't wear yourself out emotionally. I don't know why I said that, but it's like, don't overthink things. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't overthink things. Just let it go. Okay? Well, kids, yeah, your credit score went up 10 points. That's the good stuff right there, man. That's good stuff, Carlos. Yeah, my grandmother's working miracles. I don't know. I mean, my grandmother's always here, but I haven't talked to her lately. I think she's mad at me because I keep saying I'm going to take flowers. Seriously, Keith. Oh, he's not listening. Last 2 weeks, I'm going to take, no, actually the last month, I keep saying I'm going to go take my grandma flowers. I'm going to go take Nana flowers. Going to go take her flowers. Haven't gone. So she's probably I mean, she's not like that, but she's like, hurry up. Whatever. I don't know. So anyways, today we're going to take Nana flowers. All right? Sound like a plan? I'll let her know that you guys are all there. She's so funny. She's laughing now. She's like, I don't need those flowers. Yeah, that means she wants those flowers yesterday, right? So anyways, all right, you guys. You guys have a very lovely and safe Saturday, the rest of your weekend. Monday, I'll be back with Debbie, and Tuesday, we'll be back the last 2 days of my vacation. Anyways, hey, Carla, I keep getting my niece isn't telling us everything. She just told us she's pregnant, but nothing else. I don't know. Well, congratulations on her pregnancy. I see what you're saying. Ask her. Ask her. I don't think you guys will like the guy that she's pregnant by. I don't know. My grandmother's like, I don't like him. I don't know. I don't know. Ask her. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. My grandmother's like, no. Mm-mm. Well, you know what? Yeah. Get on that, Kate. Definitely. Somebody needs to go to jail. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, my grandma just needs to be put somewhere for people like him. uh, that makes me want to. Yeah, he needs to be put away. Definitely. Definitely. So, on that note, Kate, yeah, definitely. So, so you guys, you know what? I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your Saturday. Please take care of yourselves, and also don't be afraid to take a dirt road. Yeah. Don't be afraid to take a dirt road. Understanding how freedom comes with spirit within us, we become replenished. You guys have a lovely day. You guys take care. Bye bye.